I'm one of the Principal Service Improvement Specialists in the Child Protection Business Improvement Unit in the Department of Families, Fairness and Housing. My role is to work with child protection staff to improve their business over both services, supports, processes and ways in which they can make their engagement with both children and families and the work that we do with other jurisdictions more efficient and better.
Objective Reach, and for us Connect for Safety, is a world first initiative. It's something that was never achieved anywhere internationally or across the nation before. And it's there to provide the opportunity to understand whether information is held in one jurisdiction about a family or child that might be in another jurisdiction. It enables real-time decision making about risk for children that helps keep them safe. We're talking about across every state and territory, so breaking down those borders and those barriers that have always existed and that required a manual process until now. This enables us to say, we know this child or family in New South Wales. Does anyone else know this child or family, and is there information that is relevant to our decision making to keep that child safe?
The platform has been able to provide us with efficiency in the work that we do, not only in the speed in which we can actually return results and understand where we need to identify jurisdictions that hold information and also seek that information back from the jurisdiction, but the benefit to the client in the fact that I don't need that client to tell their entire story twice to me. Because quite quickly I can find that information, source that information back from that jurisdiction, and then incorporate that into the work that I do with the child and their family in undertaking that risk assessment and bringing that all together.
Every state and territory knew that this was a problem for a long time, but none of us had the capacity to solve that problem. The Department of Social Services is the other lead agency at a Commonwealth level. They support the policy component of it. They've funded the initial grant that enabled the procurement stage to occur. So for the first couple of years of this program, it's Commonwealth funded. And Objective Reach, Connect for Safety, has really enabled us to break down those barriers that do exist between every state and territory, and has given people hope that we can actually solve this problem and we can actually protect children across boundaries and borders. We all agree that one child saved means that the solution's a success, but we've seen so much more than that already, and we're only in early stages of rollout.
The benefits that we see from this platform are really in relation to that search criteria, how we can search in putting full names, partial names, incorrectly spelt names, and the fact that that information comes through as at close of business last night for the majority of jurisdictions. It means that when I'm searching on that information, I'm really confident that that information is as accurate and as current as it can possibly be.
We had one example where one state called me and said, actually we had this really terrible scenario here, but Connect for Safety enabled us to identify that there were 3 other children in another state, part of the same family, that would have been subjected to the same risk, and that wasn't known. And there would be no way for them to know that because they were actually known by another name. It was the triangulation of information that enabled them to identify that.
It's a really positive way that we've been able to engage, because it just means that we can bear out the fact that we have a single aim in this platform, and that aim is to support children and young people across Australia in ensuring their safety and well-being.
Rolling a solution out to every jurisdiction in Australia, every state and territory, is no easy feat. It had to be simple to use, it had to be simple to train, and Objective Reach delivered upon that. It is a very simple user interface. It's engaging, our staff like it, and they haven't had trouble with the solution because it is so easy to use. We are able to train people in an hour to effectively and accurately use the solution, and that's a game changer for us. A solution like this, rolling across nations, requires really strong governance. It wouldn't be possible if every state and territory and the Commonwealth didn't buy in, but just as importantly, Objective is a really key partner in that. So we have a governance framework, we have a governance meeting, and we jointly decide on what the priorities are for enhancement and change. And that's been a really successful relationship for us so far, and is a key, I think, to the success of the rollout.